Alright, so I just finished the final episode of season 1, Tower of God. It just came out around 10:30. It's like 11:06 now. So, you know, I I finished it. I took my time with it, but I definitely finished it. So, this is going to be like kind of the overview of season 1 and my I guess predictions for season 2. So, I'm going to start with the shit that I liked and the shit that I didn't like. I'm going to kind of do after. So, I liked the opening. The opening and the endings are very catchy. Now the opening's visuals, and I said this in my last video, the opening's visuals are trash. And not like the actual visuals. I mean like the breaks in between with these black credits. Like it defeated the whole purpose of those visuals in my opinion. And we would have other people doing YouTube videos just taking those black credits out and replacing them with like scenes from the anime, and it flowed a lot better. That what they did is just destroyed the flow. So hopefully they don't do that again, like with season 2, which we're pretty sure it's gonna come out. It would be very embarrassing for Tower of God to not get at least a second season, especially with how popular it's gotten, at least in the West, which is where Crunchyroll was kind of pushing for. It was in the West and Korea, and I'm sure that in Korea, it's gotten at least some traction. It's Tower of God, but in season 2 they better not do the same thing they did with season one's opening, because I just didn't like how they did that. The ending is what I wanted. So like the ending song is catchy, and the visuals, while nothing much really happens, is what I wanted, because it had the credits there and the visuals of racial fucking beating up on the ground, I guess, which was kind of strange to me. But I liked the animation at times. Like at times the animation was doable. It was good enough. I mean, this situation reminds me of Mob Psycho. When Mob Psycho season 1 first came out, a lot of people found difficulty in watching the anime because it looked so different. And this looks both different and familiar to Tower of God readers. Now, would I have wanted better animation, like what we saw in that Korean trailer for Tower of God? Yes. Yes. If you compare the two, that fucking trailer animation is a lot better than Tower of God, like the actual anime, which is kind of sad to say, but that's not saying that I didn't like the animation. That's saying that one was better. So it's not like God of High School, where season 1, which hasn't come out yet, but from what we've seen, that animation looks the same as the trailer from Korea from like 5 years ago or whatever. Like those look identical. Like Tower of God is just like they wanted to go very unique with it, and I think it was a good move, because at least for me, like I was able to pay attention more to shit, just because like the coloring, like it's just so bright on the eyes, so I was able to look. But yeah, let's talk voice, the voices. So the Japanese voice for Bam, he was good at times. I didn't like him that much. In my opinion, there are voices in the English dub that fit the characters a little better, and there are voices in the Japanese dub that fit it a little better too. Bam's voice is a lot better in the English dub than it is in the Japanese sub, at least to me. So obviously this opinion is subjective, but I had a lot more fun listening to the English dub for some reason than the sub. So it's unfortunate that they didn't simulcast or simuldub these, even though they already had them. They just decided to release them like in a very weird manner. So like, the English dub I think is coming out with episode 7 today, and we got the last episode, so I guess we got a couple more weeks of the English dub of Tower of God, and we still don't have a Korean dub yet. So I'm waiting for that to lay my eyes on that, but I'll have to wait. So we have that, and Oh yeah, the fights were okay. They weren't like groundbreaking. They weren't Studio Bones. They weren't Studio Madhouse, and I wasn't really expecting that with this animation studio because they're relatively new. From what I saw, the fights were okay. But granted, there would be some situations where you could just tell that they were just like, all right, just throw an explosion here, and like Yuri just flicks someone, it's like, and Dorsey jumps on someone, it's just explosion after explosion, and I didn't like that. I'm just gonna be flat out. Like I thought that it was kind of like cop out because it was just so common, those fucking explosions. But that's just me. In terms of like actual fighting, there were times where like some people would get hit, and then they would just kind of. It was just the way that the flood, like the ragdoll, kind of happened that I was just like, I don't really know how to feel about it. So I'm thinking of season 2. We're very excited for season 2. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm excited for season 2, but if they have that type of animation in season 2's fights, like for example, the White fight, like the fight with the, well, I'm not gonna say who it is, but that fight. That has to be good animation because the hype that was surrounding that particular fight, at least for me while I was reading the webcomic, was like, I can't wait to see this. And the author delivered in that fight. Like I was satisfied. So I don't want to go and experience Tokyo Ghoul Re all over again, where the fights were just ass. Like there were just stick figures flying around. Like I don't want that to happen, especially for fucking Tower of God. So let's talk season 2. Season 2, what are my predictions, right? I think that the best way they can do this, and this is a stretch, because you know that Crunchyroll was like, could we make it a long running? And here's what I think. This is going to be, or is trying to be, Tower of God's, or not Tower of God, My Hero Academia's, like, equal, right? So, what I'm thinking they should do is split season 2 into 2 cores. 2 cores of 24, 25 episodes. The reason why is because season 2 is so fucking long, man. It is the longest, like, season of that whole series. I think it's, like, borderline 400. Like, 380 or something. I mean, I don't know the exact fucking number, but, I'm sure I could put it in the description somewhere. But it's borderline, like, that many fucking chapters. So it's just, like, how are you going to do that in just 24? Which I'm sure that's what they're considering right now. But you do 24, you're going to skip so much of 300 episodes. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna fucking work. It's gonna be Tokyo Ghoul Re all fucking over again. And I know I talk about Tokyo Ghoul Re a lot, but it's just because that anime I had so much hype for. Because we asked for season 3. We asked for it. And we got it, and it was just shit. Like, the first part of season 3 was okay. It was okay. And then the second part was just like, oh, let's just fucking rush through everything right to the end. They cannot do that with Tower of God. They will destroy their potential. So I think that 2 cores of 24 episodes would be viable. Would be a viable option, especially since they're the originals, right? So this is just me saying, like, what I think they should do. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't even know if they're going to do a season 2. It looks like they will, because based on the last episode, we saw a certain long-haired person that, pretty obviously, like, we know who it is. And, that's only a character that appears in season 2. So it looks like they're leaning towards, yeah, I think we're going to do a season 2. So, yeah, 24, 25 episodes, 2 cores. If not, I don't know how they're going to do it, because it's so long. So long. And you'll be skipping, like crucial moments, too. Like, it's one thing to, like, skip comedy, but, like, crucial moments, no. You can't fucking do that. So, we'll see what they do. But all in all, season 1, I'll say it was good. It skipped out some parts with comedy, and some parts where they just kind of took up like lore, took out lore, like with the fisherman, and they really didn't explain that part, like the roles of the scout and the light bearer. So a lot of people were pissed about that, but it's still like a good season in my opinion. It's better than most first seasons. So the excuse that we all have now is, oh, it's only the first season. The second season is going to be a lot better. So if the second season is shit, then we can be like, all right, well, fuck these people for making this piece of shit, because we're giving you like all the answers right now. We're giving you the fucking, you got a cheat sheet pretty much. So you need to do good. And that's if they do a season 2. But as it stands, season 1, especially with the last episode, it's good. I would rate it like an 8. It's an 8. It could be better, but as it stands, it's an 8, and I'll take an 8 because it's a lot better than like a 6, a 5, a 4. Like it did stuff well where it needed to for season 1, which is the prologue, and not much happens in that shit compared to the second season. So they fuck up the second season, then we can be bitches. Then we'd be like, all right, fuck you, Crunchyroll, you stupid bitches. So yeah, that's it. I gotta go to bed. See you guys in the next video.